Beneath the highlight reels and game-winning plays of this explosive running back lies a story most fans haven't heard.
Stetson Bennett to throw. Fires a slant to Cook across the middle. Touchdown, walking in.
From brushes with the law to deep family secrets, Cook's journey hasn't always been smooth. This is the scary truth about James Cook no one is talking about.
It was fun because we got to because James Cook got to be our quarterback.
Born on September 25th, 1999, James Cook was the third of 6 children. Named after his father, James Sr., Cook's journey to football was almost destined from the start. His older brother, DeAndre Burnett, who took their mother's maiden name, grew up playing both football and basketball. Though DeAndre leaned towards basketball in college, his passion for sports rubbed off on his younger siblings, and they loved nothing more than hitting the field with him. James Cook's second brother, Dalvin, the NFL star, shared a special bond with James. Literally, they have each other's first names as middle names. Dalvin was all about football from the start, and his rise to NFL stardom became a blueprint for James. Growing up in a broken home wasn't easy, but the Cook siblings built an unbreakable bond. This was evident in the number 4 Cook currently plays with, a number his 2 older brothers have played with at some point in their careers. Being raised in the football hotbed of Miami, Cook attended Miami Central Senior High School, where James Cook carried on the family's sports legacy. As a freshman, James already showed flashes of brilliance with 706 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns on 99 carries. By James's senior year, he upped the ante, finishing with 782 rushing yards and 10 TDs on 91 carries. In total, James Cook racked up 2,019 rushing yards with 30 touchdowns during his high school career. At first, James had his eyes set on following Dalvin to Florida State for college, but in a last-minute switch before his senior year, James changed course, choosing Florida over Louisville and Georgia, a decision that set the stage for his own football legacy. Hey, notice anything weird in the video? Have you seen any of our others? Make sure you check the video description for how to play the game.
Nice.
From the moment James Cook hit the field as a freshman, he showed he had something special. In 13 games, he picked up 284 rushing yards and hit pay dirt twice on 41 carries. Oh, and let's not forget his hands. He added 8 receptions for 89 yards. Sophomore year, even better. James Cook suited up for all 14 games, racking up 188 yards on 31 carries with 2 more touchdowns. Plus, the man was a dual threat, grabbing 16 passes for another 132 yards. By 2020, James Cook was a force to be reckoned with, coming in as Georgia's second leading rusher. He put up 303 yards on 45 carries and found the end zone 3 times. But he wasn't done. He also hauled in 16 passes for 225 yards and added 2 more TDs through the air. Sadly, he missed the Peach Bowl that year after the loss of his father. Then came senior year, where James Cook really went off. He rushed for a career high of 728 yards, punching in 7 touchdowns, and was lethal as a receiver too, snagging 27 passes for 284 yards and 4 TDs. And when Georgia needed him most, James Cook delivered big time. In the Orange Bowl semifinal against Michigan, he was a beast, leading the Bulldogs with 112 yards and a touchdown on just 4 catches in their 34-11 blowout. After capping off that insane run by helping Georgia win the 2022 College Football Playoff National Championship, James Cook announced he was ready for the big leagues, declaring for the 2022 NFL Draft. However, during James's college years, Cook was plagued with a reckless spirit that got him in trouble on 2 occasions. In December 2019, James Cook was arrested by Athens police for driving with an open alcohol container and without a valid license. Just months later, in July 2020, Cook crashed into 5 parked cars near downtown Athens, reportedly driving up to 85 miles per hour moments before. James Cook avoided additional charges by pleading guilty to reckless driving, resulting in a $670 fine, restitution for 2 vehicles, and a defensive driving course. Although he missed a court appearance, Georgia Bulldogs director of player support, Bryant Gant, took responsibility and Cook wasn't penalized further. Wait, what? Seriously?
What?
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, moving on. James Cook's NFL journey kicked off when the Buffalo Bills snatched him up in the second round, 63rd overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. Fans were hyped to see him in action, but his debut in Week 1 against the Rams had a rough start. Cook fumbled on his very first carry after a 2-yard gain. That was it for him that game. No more touches. Fast forward to Week 5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was time for redemption. James Cook exploded with a 24-yard touchdown run, marking his first ever NFL score in a dominant 38-3 win. Then, in Week 13, he really started flexing his dual threat muscles, racking up 105 scrimmage yards in a 24-10 win over the Patriots. As a rookie, James Cook made his presence known. He appeared in 16 games, finishing with 507 rushing yards on 89 carries, adding 2 rushing touchdowns. And through the air, 21 catches for 180 yards and a receiving touchdown. He even found the end zone in the wild card round, helping the Bills to a 34-31 victory over the Dolphins. A highlight of the season was when the two brothers clashed heads in Week 10 when the Bills played against the Vikings. This was the first time Dalvin and Cook faced off except during training. Although the Vikings ended up coming out victorious, their family were very excited to come cheer their two boys in the NFL. By 2023, Cook was ready to take over as Buffalo's top back after Devin Singletary left for the Texans in free agency. While veteran Latavius Murray handled goal line and pass protection duties, James Cook was running wild. Week 15 was the showstopper against the Cowboys. He went off with 25 carries for a career-high 179 yards, 221 scrimmage yards, and 2 total touchdowns as the Bills crushed Dallas 31-10. The very next week, James Cook hit another milestone, surpassing 1,000 rushing yards for the season, the first Bills back to do that since LaShawn McCoy in 2017. He closed out the 2023 season with 1,122 rushing yards on 237 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns, plus 44 receptions for 445 yards and 4 receiving TDs. Undeterred, he posted 8 games with at least 100 scrimmage yards, and Cook has proven that he isn't slowing down in 2024. In Week 2, he absolutely dominated the Dolphins with 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown in a 31-10 win, earning himself AFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. We only think his career is going up from here, but how explosive do you think James Cook can get? Let us know in the comments, and if you like this video, subscribe and touch down the notification bell for more NFL content.